This is Akashvani, the news read by Apugapak. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has embarked on a 6-day visit to Indonesia, Australia, and New Zealand. In his departure statement, the Prime Minister said his visit to Indonesia, Australia, and New Zealand will further strengthen India's Act East policy, Mahasagar vision, as well as the country's outlook towards a free and open Indo-Pacific. The Prime Minister said his visit to Indonesia will further deepen the comprehensive strategic partnership which was elevated during his 2018 and follows President Prabowo's state visit to India as the chief guest at the Republic Day celebrations in 2025. Prime Minister Modi said he will also interact with the Indian diaspora and visit the Prambanan temple complex in Yogyakarta with President Prabowo. From Indonesia, the Prime Minister will travel to Melbourne at the invitation of Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese. He said the visit will strengthen the India-Australia Comprehensive Strategic Partnership through discussions on defence and security, trade and investment, education, mobility, emerging with critical technologies, sports and people-to-people ties. Home Minister and Minister of Cooperation Amit Shah today said that the cooperative movement is entering a new phase of expansion through reforms, digitization and professional management. Addressing the 5th foundation ceremony of Ministry of Cooperation, Shah said that the ranking framework has been announced to recognize the 5 best performing cooperative societies in every region. Home Minister Shah lauded the Ministry of Cooperation for bringing change in the lives of millions of people by following the mantra of prosperity through cooperation for the past 5 years. The government has said that over 104 crore health cards have been linked to over 93 crore Ayushman Bharat Health account, Aabha account. This marks a significant progress in India's journey towards a connected digital public health ecosystem. Aabha is a 14-digit unique identifier like Aadhaar that securely links individuals to the wider health system. It helps patients access digital health services. The Election Commission has announced by-elections to 3 seats of the Rajya Sabha from West Bengal. The seats were vacant following the resignation of Rajya Sabha members Sukhendu Shekhar Ray, Sushmita Dev and Prakash Chik Baraik. The notification for the elections will be issued tomorrow, while the last date for filling nominations is the 14th of July. Scrutiny of nominations will take place on the 15th of July. Polling for these seats is scheduled to be held on 24th July and the counting of votes will be taken up the same day. The Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Kshetra Trust has convened a meeting of its members today to deliberate on several important administrative and financial matters, including the findings of the Special Investigation Team SIT, probing the counting of donations received by the trust. The National Testing Agency NTA has extended deadline to update bank account details for the fee refund of National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test NEET Undergraduate 2026 exam till the 7th of this month. In a social media post, the NTA informed that refunds have already started for candidates who have confirmed their bank account details. It said that only 829,510 candidates have so far corrected or updated their bank accounts. The refund process is being carried out by NTA after the cancellation of NEET Undergraduate 2026 examination held on 3rd of May this year over allegations of a question paper leak. Large parts of Maharashtra continue to reel under the impact of relentless monsoon rains, with Mumbai and Konkan region witnessing widespread flooding, landslides, building collapses and major disruption to road, rail and air transport. Authorities across the state remain on high alert as heavy rainfall is expected to continue through the day. That's all in this news bulletin. Namaskar.